Usher got jumped by Chris Brown and his crew after an argument over Tiana Taylor? Who would have thought this would happen? Watch until the end.
Oh, say less.
Are you ready for some good old R&B beef? I hope so, because this one is a little random.
Well, who you telling?
Chris Brown and Usher allegedly got into a fight, and now their friendship might be in question.
Uh-oh.
This one seemed to shock everyone not only because of who is involved, but how and where it happened.
Exactly.
Chris Brown was celebrating his birthday party at a skating rink in Vegas and invited a bunch of celebs, especially R&B acts like Usher, Mario, and Tiana Taylor. From the pictures, it looked like good vibes all around. Everyone smiling, skating, listening to music, all that stuff.
Sounds fun.
Video also showed Chris Brown and Usher standing side by side in preparation for Chris Brown to blow out his candles. But man, can alcohol change everything.
Facts. Hard facts.
Allegedly, while the drinks were flowing, Chris Brown and Tiana Taylor got into an argument. That turned into a big thing. Different camps essentially fused together to become one big fireball of commotion. Now, allegedly, Usher was trying to defuse what was going on, mostly Chris, who allegedly called him a coward for it.
You don't mean that.
And while he was able to get him away from the situation, it didn't turn out to work for him in the long run.
What do you mean by that?
Sources reported that Chris Brown and Usher allegedly fought on Chris Brown's tour bus that was outside of the venue. Apparently, Usher followed CB to the bus to do more mediating, but left the bus with a bloody nose.
Ouch.
Other sources suggest that Usher got jumped by Chris Brown and his entourage. I guess if that happened, a bloody nose isn't that bad.
You've got a point.
Definitely could have been worse. But you know what's confusing about it all? It's Usher's response. So Usher has a residency in Vegas. And when artists have residencies, there's a big chance that they'll spend a lot of their time in Vegas because of all the guaranteed money they can get doing huge venues specifically for them.
Money.
So why not add another show? Usher and Chris Brown were set to perform at the Lovers and Friends Festival in Vegas that same weekend. You think Usher still performed after getting busted up? Of course he did.
I don't blame him.
And when he recorded the large crowd attendance and flipped the camera to himself, he looked fine. No blemishes or anything. Just typical Usher. So it really makes you think whether the fight happened or not.
Something's fishy.
We do know there was a huge argument. Photos and videos prove that. But did Chris Brown really put the paws on Usher? People have been trying to pit Chris Brown and Usher against each other for years. Whether it's in good fun or actual beef, these two artists have been spearheading top male R&B artist conversations for over a decade. Plus, they both have been experiencing their share of drama over the years. With Chris, it's a given. The moment he got in trouble for the fight he and Rihanna had when they were young, he had a stigma on him. Sometimes, it's valid, like getting in a club brawl against Drake back in 2012, which included bottles being thrown, and NBA Hall of Famer Tony Parker getting a scratch cornea from one of them breaking near his face, or him taking a whiff of the booger sugar.
Ho, brother, whoa, now.
Other times, like being accused of drugging a woman and taking advantage of her while on a yacht near Puff's house in Miami,
You what?
proves that he's not always what everyone thinks or says he is. Chris had to show screenshots of text messages sent from the woman to him just so he can get out of the $20 million lawsuit and the court of public opinion. Now, Usher, it seems like he takes everything in stride, from freeing his name from sexual allegations by just keeping quiet and letting the accusers expose themselves, all the way to this point. He just been handling everything like an OG should.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man.
Could this be one of those moments where things were supposed to happen behind the scenes, but it comes to light? We've been seeing a lot of those lately. Celebrities getting into fights, having relations with each other, and all types of stuff. We've watched DaBaby give his baby mom's brother the beats at a bowling alley. There have been photos of Lil Meech in a bathroom stall with Selena Powell, and we've even seen rappers like Nipsey and Takeoff lay lifeless on the floor after being shot.
Gone too soon.
A fight between Chris Brown and Usher may not be the craziest, but it definitely has potential to be the most random artist beef in a while.